President Barak Obama has declared the coalition of Syrian opposition groups and their armed wing as the legitimate representative of the Syrian people.
We've made a decision that the Syrian opposition coalition is now inclusive enough, is reflective and representative enough of the Syrian population that we consider them the legitimate representative of the Syrian people in opposition to the Assad regime, and so we will provide them recognition, and obviously with that recognition...
Recognizing the umbrella insurgent group as a sole representative of the Syrian people brings the US in line with its Arab allies and the European Union, including Britain and France, which took the same step earlier. Britain, France and several of America's Arab allies made a similar move shortly after the opposition body was created at a meeting of its representatives in Qatar last month. Hours after the announcement, Russia reacted to the move, slamming the US recognition of the umbrella insurgent group.
As the coalition has been recognized as the only legitimate representative, it seems that the United States decided to place all bets on the armed victory of this very national coalition.
Washington's move followed by a similar declaration by the so-called Friends of Syria at a meeting in Morocco. In a statement, the participants declared that the newly formed opposition coalition is a legitimate representative of the Syrian people. The recognition is the latest in a series of moves the US and its allies have taken to bolster the fractured groups that seek a regime change in Syria. Many experts believe that the decision would reignite the flames of unrest in the country, causing more violence and bloodshed in the crisis-hit Syria. The declaration also comes following the US blacklisting of the al-Qaeda-affiliated al-Nusra Front as a terror group. But the move is seen as nothing more than a propaganda gesture, since the armed groups fighting in Syria include foreign militants who are also linked to the al-Qaeda. Syria has been hit by deadly unrest since March 2011. The Syrian government has repeatedly held the US and its regional allies, including Saudi Arabia, Qatar and Turkey, responsible for arming and funding the opposition. According to many experts, Washington's support of the foreign-backed militants contradicts its policy on al-Nusra when it comes to its war against terrorism. But how can Washington justify such contradiction?
Yeah, they don't feel that they need to justify it. They have billions of dollars worth of propaganda outlets like the mainstream media here in the West that will convince most readers and most viewers that that there's not an incongruence between these two ideas, but in fact there absolutely is.
Although some countries, including Russia and China, oppose foreign military intervention in Syria and try to resolve the situation through negotiations, the US and its allies continue to insist on the military option, thus pushing Syria towards a long battle that has already destroyed the country's infrastructure beyond repair.